All right, man. Peace, peace, peace. We'll come back with another video, man. Yeah, man. I just want to go into things of nature, like how things of the Lord's will, man. Because honestly, man, let me grab this Proverbs 16:1, man. Because shout out to brother sent me the first one because he mentioned this the other day, man. Like this Amos thing, but because honestly, man, the let me grab this too, man. Because we really got to realize that the Most High, like and that's why I'm kind of against the whole free will thing, man. Because listen, man, it was already like it was like Jeremiah didn't have a choice who he's gonna be. Like he hardened Pharaoh's heart, or things that like Isaiah had no choice. Like it's all things are all of the Lord. Like Romans 14:8. Like we live until the Lord. Whether we die unto the Lord, man. But I'm just gonna get this too, man. But we make Proverbs chapter 16 verse 1. It says we make our plans, but Yahweh has the last word. And also too, man, that's kind of lines up because I'm about to grab this too. Kind of following up with the thing about like I mentioned in the last video about like because a lot of times, listen, like I'm just really reshaping, renewing my mind with that. Because like of because I was with I was at a concert with my aunt. It was It's Me and Bo concert. Show in Philly, and there's multiple people asking me this, man. All like even my brother, one of my close brothers, like he asked me, he's like, no, do you want children? Do you have do you want a wife, be married? I said, like, honestly, I said, no, I don't see myself doing that. But now, once I realize it, but I was just saying it now, like, I was like, listen, maybe I might change my mind one day, maybe I won't. But I realized, listen, man, but more I'm thinking about it, my answer is now, that's just of the Lord, man. Because honestly, because a lot of times people even said this, like, everybody, deserves a wife deserves deserves a wife and children. Everybody needs every man needs a Eve, needs that, the Most High, that man never said that though. The Most High never said that, man, because that's why I read that. Let me grab this too. Because the Most High has certain men, like a Daniel, like a eunuch, or like those virgins that are just like, we know also too those virgins in like Yahushua mentioned in Matthew and Revelation, those are spiritual as well. Like, it's not talking about like the ones that just are chaste virgins of Christ. It's not actually talking about like, the eunuchs that he talks about. He's talking about the ones that that are just faithful to him, that are just dedicated, that their whole lives are just dedicated to him, man. It's not they just like those spiritually, not just swing to the left hand to the right. They're there as chaste virgins to him, but it's also like on a natural sense too. Like you have Daniel, things of that nature, man. Like that just, or in other men probably, man, like or Paul, like, man, certain times the Most High has, I'm not saying I'm one of those, man, I'm saying like certain times the Most High has those, man, that just strictly dedicated to him and Yahushua, man. Honestly, not having a family or things of that nature, man. And realize that it's all the Lord's will. Let me grab this again in Sirach chapter 16 verse 16. It says where is it at? Verse just going to ungodly children, but 16:3 says Ecclesiastes also on Sirach chapter 16:3 says, trust not in their life, neither respect their multitude, for one that is just is better than 1,000. Better is to have died without children than to have them that are ungodly. So yeah, man. So yeah, it says better to die without children. So certain things, like certain times, men aren't going to have children or family or wife, things of that nature. Like most high had certain men. So that's even in the word, without outside the word as well. Certain men aren't just gonna have all that. Like, man, it's like because everything's all of the Lord. That's why even Sirach in Ecclesiastes and Proverbs says, listen, that the good wife goes to a man that fears the Lord. A good wife is given from the Most High House. It's given from them. So that's it's not up to me, because my aunt asked me. I was like, because the song "White Wifey" by Next came on. I was like, I was cracking. I was like, yo, this is my song, but I'm planning on getting married. She was like, what, really? I was like, yeah, I don't plan on, but everything's like the Lord's will. But I'm more realized when I say that, because I realize that's of the Lord's will. Because I might, Lord willing, if I live or things of that nature, they'd live to see. That might be in His will for me to do that. But who knows? That's everything's up to him. Because let me just grab that just in Amos, so because we see this Jeremiah 1:5, like he ordains things from the womb. Like we see this with Amos, man. Because That's all I always say. It's really all of the Lord's will, things of that nature, man. So yeah, that's up to like yeah, man. That's really up to him. Like one it's up to him if like I see another second, another day, another minute, another month, another year, another 10 years. Not only that, but if, things of that nature, man. So you know. It's all up to him if that happens for me and for y'all brothers or even sisters, things of that nature. But I'm really speaking to brother, but yeah, man, because yeah, man, and it's also too like and goes into something else too. But let me grab this too. This also goes into something else, man. Yeah, exactly. Let's get Amos chapter 17 and verse 4. I mean, Amos chapter 17. I say Amos 7:17. Amos chapter 7 verse 14 says, Then answered Amos, said unto Amaziah, I was no prophet, neither was I a prophet's son, but I was a herdman and a gatherer of sycamore fruit. So yeah, this is what Amos is saying, who he was before he became a prophet. He was listen, man, I was just a herdman, a gatherer of sycamore fruit, man. That's all who I was. But it says, verse 15, and the Lord took me as I followed the flock, and the Lord said to me, Go and prophesy unto my people Israel. So yeah, man. So this is a lot. This is kind of layered, has multiple layers in it, But yeah, this is that Jeremiah 1:5, and that in the Isaiah. No, I might just get both of those, man. Because we see here, for Amos didn't have a choice who he's gonna be. Man, he said, "Listen, man, I was just a herd man and gatherer of sycamore fruit, man. Honestly, man. But the Most High made me prophet." And he said, "I didn't come." But see, that's the Most High powers, man. Because power, just going to the power of the Most High in your house, man. Because he can rate that's at Psalms 19 and 7, and that Wisdom Psalm 10 and 21. He can make the simple wise. Not saying Amos was a simple man, like he was a unintelligent man. He probably was an intelligent man. But I'm saying how he could that Sirach actually 11:5. He said there are many that wore the crown. He's talking about kings, but in this aspect of prophets, many prophets that that you didn't think that were there, that you didn't think that were, man. That's why Yahusha said, listen, prophets not recognizing their own city. Not saying that there's prophets out here now. No, I'm not saying that because I kind of touched on that in the past. But I'm saying going to the Most High's power, how he could raise up, it's crazy. That's why I always say this too. Man, listen, man, the elect, the 140,000 man could be be the neighborhood, neighborhood gangster or the that repents or the neighborhood that neighborhood hustler, things of that nature, or things, or the most righteous woman. That's why you think. Why do you think Yahushua said that? The harlots would make it the kingdom before you, man. Or it's that Isaiah 29:24. The people that you thought would make it would make it, man. Or the first shall be last, last shall be first. That's kind of an instance of that right here too, as well. But that's an instance of that as well, man. Because he said, listen, I didn't come from no prophet. My pops wasn't a prophet. I didn't come from none of that background. But the Most High, he really had a plan for him, man. So honestly, yeah, so let's get that Jeremiah chapter 1:5. It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So yeah, Jeremiah was already written to Jeremiah to be a prophet. It was written for him to do what he did, honestly. So yeah, just same here as Amos, man. It was already there, man, because he so. Isaiah chapter 49 verse 5, it says, And now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant, and to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. So yeah, man. So listen, this is one of the most key things, man, because we supposed to be leading our people back to the Most High House. Shout out to brother Assembly and Firstborn said, because what I get it in that aspect, but a lot of times too we had to lead lead people back to the Most High House, man, because it's honestly, because there's nothing wrong telling our people stuff like that, who we are according to the Bible, but with being things that nature people of the book, but with that comes, because a lot of times too we could think it's all about us, but it's not, man, because this is about the Most High House. If I'm a book about the Most High House, we play a big role in it, but it's about them, with things of that nature, man, because honestly, but I get it as an aspect of what did Bruce Willis, Shout out to Chronicles of Judah, it said in Unbreakable. I'm not sure if Mr. Glass or Bruce Willis character said. He said, "Now that I know who I am, things of that nature, you know what my role is pretty much." I think that's what he paraphrasing, but because once you realize like I get it, because now you realize like who you are, things of that nature, according to scripture, things of that nature. But now you know your role is. But honestly, but like Isaiah says, we're supposed to be leading people back to Moshe Yahshua, the Spirit, man. Like not things that are not the flesh per se, man. Because it's not, but it's not wrong with that. Like telling people that, but because he said lead people back to me. Honestly, lead them back to him. Like honestly, man. Because with that, it could be double-edged sword a lot of times. There's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of times too, like like it's that you miss out on the fact that that's about the most high house shot, things of that nature. But that's another topic for another day, man. That's another topic for another day. But yeah, man, because you gotta be a son of the most high house shot, man. And the action in your house, I told you John 1:47 when the actual Israel that is. But yeah, I'm kind of digressing too much. But yeah, man, it's all of His will, man. Because also too, man, it's like sometimes it's good to reflect too, like who you, in this too, man. Because it makes you gotta be more being more relatable with the walk of the wisdom that those are without. Because honestly, man, because like sometimes you gotta reflect on damn fly like who you were even before this, man. Because it's like, but I'm pretty sure Amos was like really kind of like really like just kind of reflective and taking it back. Like, wow, man, I was just this before I came in there. Like, yeah, listen, man, before came in the word. Like, that's why I mentioned that he can make the wise and simple. Like, simple the wise. Simple people give people that's not simple wisdom, man. Honestly, because that's what most I takes the basis of the earth and things of nature to show his power. Honestly, man, that's hence, and that's not. Let's go to Deuteronomy real quick, man, because I know I'm digressing, but going back to the point I just made about Isaiah, because all this is of his power, man. Because that's why he even chose us as a nation that to declare his esteem, declare his power, man. Because to that point, like he chooses the basis of the earth, that's why that's a part of the reason why. Because I'm not the Most High house, I'm not them, but of course, but I'm just saying I speak as man. That's part of the reason why he chose that, because listen, I could take the little most basis thing and make it the greatest thing, pretty much. Let me get this Deuteronomy 7:7. It says, "The Lord did not set His love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number and than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people." So yeah, man, exactly. So that's all. Even with that, man, because that's why we say we play a big role in it. But at the end of the day, it's about him and the house, because him even choosing us as a nation, he's just declaring his power. Honestly, I was him showing off his power in that. So yeah, man, but that's just what it is, man. But we see here, Amos didn't have a choice, man. Things that nature. Listen, man, I was just a herdman, man. I was just a gatherer of sycamore fruit. Now he's a gatherer. He was a gatherer, of a spiritual fruit, man. Honestly, that's who he was. Like now, a prophet and gatherer of spiritual fruit. Now, man. So and he said, listen, he said, "The Lord took me, I followed the flock, and he said unto me, go prophesy to my people Israel." So yeah, man, that's Isaiah 30:20, man. He heard 21, he heard the voice, and said, "This is the way," and he and he said, he didn't have a choice, man. It was ordained for the Amos to be who he was. It was ordained for Jeremiah and Isaiah to be who they were. All the prophets, all our forefathers, man, all the righteous men written in His word. It was already ordained to that, man. So it says, "Now therefore," I'll read verse 16. "Now therefore, hear the word of the Lord. Thou sayest, prophesy not against Israel, neither drop against that word against the house of Isaac." Okay, yeah, man. So oh yeah, that's kind of going to something I talked about in the last video, but the whole woman thing, but that's going to something else. But yeah, man, I just want to focus on this, man, because everything's all the Lord's will, man. Honestly, man. So, because honestly, things of that nature, because it's like, listen, he said, listen, I was just this, think about that nature, man. I was just yeah, man, because sometimes I even think about who I was even before I came to word. I'm gradually seeing changes, but still trying, like that Colossians says, and that being born again, renewing the mind, man. Still coming off that old man. So it is what it is too. So that's just Great, man. Honestly, man, and it's good when like the people around you see the growth, man. I'm sure for y'all brothers, just people around there, they see the growth in you, man. So and honestly, that's too, like, that's the kind of saying that before that too. That's how we win, like, because it's all the Lord who He wants and who He doesn't, like, um, no, like, it's all, but it's about our conduct. That's how you win people to the words. It's it's your life, honestly. But sometimes your life won't even win people to it. That's just is what it is. That's fine. But yeah, if it's how you live, it's your walk, man. Honestly, you So it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, everything's also things of the Lord's will, man. How things are in nature, man. Because um, yeah, man. So, cause like I said in the last video, man, chasing, like, worry about getting things in nature, or where's the wealth, wife, money, things in nature, man. That's all the Lord. The Lord gives and takes away, man. So, and things are things is all His will, man. So, it's delight doing His will, Him and Yahushua's will, man. So, and this is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on this real quick. So hopefully it's edifying. So peace.